This is the sonic core audio verdict. The Weiss DAC502-MK2 looks like a DAC, but that's not really the point. If you treat it as just another high-end converter, you're missing what Weiss is actually selling here. And what they're selling is control, conversion, DSP, network rendering, preamp-capable output, headphone playback. All of it lives inside one chassis. So the question isn't whether this DAC sounds good, it's whether you want a converter that hands you a signal and gets out of the way, or a digital control platform that lets you shape the entire playback chain. That distinction matters. The DAC502-MK2 isn't trying to win with drama. It doesn't add tube-like warmth to every recording, and it doesn't pretend a premium enclosure can magically fix digital playback problems. Its appeal is more practical than that. It accepts USB, Ethernet, AES/EBU, S/PDIF, and Toslink, PCM up to 384 kHz, DSD64, and DSD128, UPnP/DLNA over Ethernet, Roon-ready playback, and JPLAYIOS integration for Qobuz, Tidal, and local libraries, with firmware 2.8.1 adding Qobuz Connect. That's already a serious digital front end, but the real personality of this machine starts deeper inside. The DAC502-MK2 runs dual 32-bit D/A converter chips, 2 conversion channels per audio channel. Weiss presents that as part of a signal path built around low noise behavior and channel integrity. Clocking comes from an internal high-precision, low jitter generator dedicated to the D/A section. At this level, clocking shapes image focus, transient behavior, and how spatial information holds together. Then there's the output stage. Balanced, XLR. Unbalanced, RCA. A front 1/4-inch headphone jack, a rear 4-pin XLR headphone output. Weiss specifies discrete output stages for both line and headphone circuits, with output levels adjustable in 4 coarse steps. That matters more than it sounds. A DAC feeding a high-gain amplifier, active speakers, or sensitive headphones doesn't always want the same output behavior. The Weiss gives you a practical gain structure tool, rather than locking you into one fixed level. The power supply supports the same logic. Non-switching design, separate regulation for sensitive voltages, left-right channel separation, and 2 toroidal mains transformers. The stated goal: reduced digital noise and lower crosstalk at the analog output. But the defining feature here isn't just conversion, it's DSP. Room equalizer, creative equalizer, de-essing, constant volume, vinyl emulation, crosstalk canceling, loudness control, headphone equalizer, crossfeed. That's where this product gets interesting. The DSP is not a bonus menu, it is the philosophy of the machine. And this is where some listeners will make the wrong call. Buy this, turn on every tool, start adjusting everything at once. You're probably going to make the system worse. The right approach is simple. Start with processing off. Find one real problem, apply one tool, listen again. Room EQ can manage bass behavior. Loudness control helps at low volume. De-essing tames vocal sibilance. Crossfeed opens up headphone listening when things feel locked inside the head. Crosstalk canceling has specific speaker applications. Vinyl emulation is intentional coloration, not reference transparency. Used with care, these tools are useful. Used carelessly, they'll pull the system away from neutrality. That's why the DAC502-MK2 is not a set-it-and-forget-it converter. It rewards discipline. Now, the sonic character. The sonic core audio reading of the DAC502-MK2 is clean, fast, spatially disciplined, and transparent. This is not a DAC built to thicken the mid-range or inflate the soundstage into an artificial bubble. The emphasis is organization, image stability, transient cleanliness, low-level detail, control. The review material describes the Weiss as exposing microphone texture, room tone, rhythmic layering, orchestral structure, and bass pitch with precision, which means there's a trade-off. On an excellent recording, the DAC502-MK2 sounds fluid, coherent, and highly resolved. On a compressed, harsh, or poorly mastered track, it will not hide what's there. It doesn't rescue weak source material with soft focus romance. Bass follows the same logic, disciplined rather than inflated. Listeners who equate quality with sheer weight may hear it as lean at first, but the point is shape, timing, and pitch definition. That's why system matching matters. With speakers, the DAC502-MK2 pairs well with amplifiers that preserve speed and spatial precision while supplying enough current delivery and tonal density. High input impedance, low self-noise, stable gain structure, and clean phase behavior matter more than any brand name on the faceplate. If the system already runs analytical, the Weiss can push things too far. A warmer amplifier, better room absorption, or careful EQ may be the smarter move. If the system is slow or spatially vague, the Weiss works as a corrective source. For headphones, this is more than a convenience output. Front quarter-inch jack and rear 4-pin XLR, both with discrete output stages and adjustable levels. Best matches are headphones with natural body and good tonal balance. Lean or bright headphones may sound too exposed. Demanding planers may still benefit from a dedicated high-current external amp. For rooms, the rule is simple. Don't ask DSP to replace setup discipline. Speaker placement, symmetry, absorption, bass control, basic reflection management. Those still matter. The Weiss gives you tools. It doesn't excuse bad setup. Against other reference DACs, the Weiss holds a specific position. The DCS Bartok Apex is a proprietary luxury digital ecosystem, refinement, platform continuity, and the DCS approach to conversion and filtering. The Chord Dave is a reconstruction-focused FPGA converter, timing precision, transient explicitness, and Chord's filter philosophy. The Weiss DAC502-MK2 sits somewhere else. Its control logic comes from Weiss's professional audio DSP background. The value is not conversion alone, it's conversion plus DSP, network rendering, preamp-capable output, headphone output, output-level flexibility, and real-world playback correction, all in one chassis. If you want a DAC that behaves like a precision digital instrument, the Weiss makes sense. If you want a richer luxury ecosystem, DCS may feel more aligned. If you want an FPGA machine with extreme transient focus, Chord is the more direct comparison. So, who should buy it? Buy the Weiss DAC502-MK2 if you want one serious digital center for a modern high-end system. If you value transparency, spatial discipline, DSP correction, room-ready playback, preamp-capable output, and real headphone capability, if you're willing to configure a system instead of plugging in a box and hoping the room disappears. Skip it if you want thick analog warmth out of the box. Skip it if you expect every bad recording to sound beautiful, and skip it if you reject DSP on principle and will never use the tools that make this product what it is. And don't buy it just because it's expensive. The DAC502-MK2 is not luxury theater, it's luxury control. The Sonic Core audio score is 9.6 out of 10. The deductions are real. It's not the warmest converter. Vinyl emulation is coloration, not a transparent reference state. Demanding planers may still need an external amplifier, and its revealing nature will expose weak links in any chain. But the score holds because the integration is unusually strong. Conversion, clocking, DSP, output stage quality, network capability, preamp-capable operation, headphone usability, and real room usefulness, all in one chassis. The Weiss DAC502-MK2 is not the DAC for everyone. It is the DAC for the listener who wants command. That is the Sonic Core audio verdict on the Weiss DAC502-MK2. The full written analysis, DSP breakdown, system matching notes, ownership logic, and comparative positioning is linked below. Use it before you audition, not after you buy.